On a calm break in the banks of the Ohio River, directly across from Kentucky, lies Metropolis, Illinois. This is an area that's been drawing people for more than 1,000 years. But Metropolis is a city of contradictions. People are always coming, but they're not always staying. This is Forgotten Illinois, and today we're talking to the people of Metropolis, a city caught between history, fantasy, and reality. Metropolis stands out from other southern Illinois towns. It's the only one when you go downtown you're going to see a superhero. Metropolis shares the same name as the fictitious hometown of Superman, and the city embraces that quite a bit. It's a connection that brought Jim Hambrick, a Superman collector, from Los Angeles to Metropolis more than 20 years ago to start a museum and a life here.
The character itself, like in the movies, represents hope, and it's about Superman doing things for others, helping others. Superman, the character itself, created a positiveness in me that can't be beat.
Jim, I appreciate you taking us back here to see this. Where did you acquire all this memorabilia?
It started with a lunchbox. I got a lunchbox for my birthday, 5th birthday, and from there just stayed out of the box and have been collecting ever since. We're not trying to get real rich here. It's like everybody else in the world. Everybody wants to make it. We've got a lot to offer here, and it's like I said, it's the best kept secret around, Metropolis, Illinois.
Jim isn't the only person to ever be drawn to Metropolis for its unique character. Lori and William Nichols just moved to Southern Illinois in 2015 to open a bed and breakfast, Summers Riverview Mansion Bed and Breakfast, an already popular destination. The couple recognizes the city's struggles, but they love Metropolis, and Metropolis has loved them back. So Lori, thanks so much for having us here today and taking some time to talk. How old is this building?
Well, the mansion was finished in 1889. It was owned by the Quante brothers, who were shipping magnates on the Ohio River. And the mansion was built as their private residence with a very new and innovative building material called concrete.
What is the most enlightening thing for you about, or the most enjoyable thing for you about owning a bed and breakfast?
The people. I love taking care of the people. And we have had the grumpiest people come in, and by the time that they take a nap and have a jacuzzi and smell coffee and scones in the morning, they get up and they say, "I am so glad we found you." We wanted to be in a place where we could talk to the mayor on a first name basis, where we could be involved in the community and grow the community and make it a better place.
How do you think Metropolis will be able to continue to attract people to come down here?
I think we have to grow. We have to grow and offer more of the things that people are expecting. But we want to keep the small town feel. We don't want to just turn into a strip mall. And we need to bring industry here. We need to keep jobs here.
Metropolis and the surrounding region have so much history to tell. Coupled with its key location right on the Ohio River, the city has stories dating back past the American Revolution, dating back hundreds upon hundreds of years. And though Lori and William have only been here a couple years, William, a longtime history teacher, knows that history pretty well.
But at least about 2,000 years ago, the Trans-Mississippian culture was developing. So you've got several different archaeological sites up and down the Ohio and the Mississippi where they built some interesting things out of earthwork. Some of them as high as 100 feet. And we're not quite sure what they were for, but we do know that they were both hunter-gatherers as well as primitive planters, because we find seed beds and whatever else in some of the diggings.
And then what about where we are right now? There's the fort just a little bit away. Tell us a little bit about this area specifically.
Well, we know from different writings and a couple of early maps that the Spanish were here because Hernán de Soto was through here in the early 16th century.
So obviously there was a strategic military use for this area, but after the revolution, what drew people here? There's obviously a commercial aspect as well.
Well, the whole purpose of why the fort is here instead of farther up or down the river is twofold. First, there's a natural break in the river to the north of us or to the northeast of us, which would have necessarily slowed down boat traffic. And second, this is one of the few spots up and along the riverbank where you can actually pull your boat up off the river, onto a relatively easily sloping shore so that you can unload it and drag everything around the break. So this became a very important commercial hub for the exact same reason. It was easy to get your stuff on and off the river here. So by the 1850s, this was a hopping little place. So you had wharves and you had shops and you had warehouses and lumber yards, all to take care of the boat traffic. And it became very important to the commerce of the region.
While there are plenty of rich stories from Metropolis's past, the story of present day is a little less boastful, making the future a little uncertain. The town needs commerce, needs industry, needs opportunity. New businesses aren't popping up left and right, and the competitive pressures from Kentucky probably aren't helping. The state of Illinois, not just Metropolis or Massachusetts County, lost more than 2,000 residents to Kentucky in 2015 alone. Charlie Eichhorn has lived in Metropolis through good and bad, starting 38 different businesses in his time here. He still has one, the well-known liquor store Charlie's Party Hut, but he doesn't like what he sees in the city at present.
If I was a young man, I would fill my car up with gas and drive till it ran out, and I'd fill it up one more time, and wherever I run out, that's where I'd land. I've tried to stay out of politics. I'm a neutral guy, and we've got a bad name. Illinois has, and we've got results of it. The southern part is struggling, almost Appalachian area. We've got the mid part of the state, and then we have Chicago. We're actually three states in one, in my opinion. We need businesses, we need investors, and we need jobs for our people that live here. I've been known to be very outspoken and very much as a critic of the city, but I also have a lot of constructive criticism to offer. If I tell you you need a bath, you probably do need a bath, and that would be constructive. If I criticize you and say you smell, that would be criticism. When people come to Metropolis and say, my God, what happened? And we don't have to look like what we are.
Metropolis isn't the big city known to millions in Superman lore, but that doesn't mean it can't captivate people, that it can't be a place where people are empowered to pursue their dreams. The way residents respond to the real problems facing Southern Illinois, the ones that can't be solved by any one hero, that's what will decide the city's fate.